We're going to talk about body language. Yeah. Okay, let's stop that for a minute. I'm going to put on my glasses because I'm old and I have to see what Rypta's doing. By the way, Rypta, I learned your name today. I've seen you in videos, didn't know who you was. Now I do. Don't hate me. Don't think I'm trying to get something out of this. I got a lot of young people looking at me for a little bit of wisdom. I want to talk about your body language during this video. We're going to just kind of skip through it because I don't think if anybody wants to hear his words, go to his channel, watch it. I'm not trying to keep this crap going, but I want to talk about body language. Now, one of the first things I'm going to say, y'all look at that man's stature. Where are his eyebrows? Boy, they're low, aren't they? Do you see any tension in his forehead? He's not stressing, is he? He knows what he's got to say. He knows, he's assured of what's in his brain. He has got a mission, possibly from Jesus, that he is going to share with you all right now. And he's determined, and he is very, very, very solemn and on point about what he's fixing to share. There's no thinking, going back into his memory, tossing stuff around. There he goes. So let's just keep on rolling. And I'm gonna fast forward a minute. He's done. Dude, respect. You're done. I get it. And I get you're irritated with what you're hearing too. Let's fast forward a little bit. Yes, let's stop.
It could have been different.
Yeah, you guys loosening up.
It was
He's
gonna
talking.
be this way no matter what. You were gonna make sure of it because you didn't even know what
Oh,
you
there
were
we
doing.
go. That's okay. You see when he brought those hands together, he pointed like that. He had a point to nail home that he felt superior in. We bring those hands together. We put that little steeple action, or we put them together like this, and we've got something we feel superior in. We want you to know. We want you to pick up on the fact that we know. And you see that a lot in court testimonies as too. And you don't see it a lot with victims because victims are normally terrified and scared. So they have a different. When you're on the offense and you're making points and you're saying, hey, here's some info, I'm going to spread it. You're not really as defensive as somebody else might be. You really want to nail those points home, and you make those hand gestures. Coming together, gripping together, that's solid information. He believes it to be solid information that he is 100% convinced of, and he's sharing it forcefully with you.
You're so caught up in this little plethora of fame shit you got
Confusion.
going on, and all these people around you trying to pull you different ways. You're so caught up in it that you don't even know what's going on.
Got them hands going
again. You're willing
again.
to step on everybody's hearts. You're willing to get where you got to get and play the game. That's fine. That's fine.
It's not fine, but
my buddy in that shit. Thing is the first thing I'm gonna call bullshit on is Kiva.
Here comes information.
And you've gone around telling people you're Katie's version of me, and you better never say that shit again, son. Because
well, his eyebrows went up.
I don't care if
Do you see that? His eyebrows went up. Stress, anger. He doesn't want to be compared to somebody else. He doesn't want his position to run compared to somebody else's position to someone else. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. A little bit of anger, a little bit of stress in the forehead. Eyebrows went up. Speaking a little bit from emotion right now. And we got those hands going again. And this is to get your attention. Sometimes it can be to get your attention to take away from what's being coming out of the mouth. Sometimes it is to drive home what's coming out of the mouth. For Rypta, I believe it's to say, listen to me. This information, it's coming to you.
If it's Felicia, I don't care if it's any woman or if it's Ryan.
Yeah, it's kind of like universal.
It doesn't matter. If I hear a human just went through something like
Nailing
that,
those points.
especially someone
he believes
I'm
this.
best friends with, especially someone I work for, you best believe I'd be walking up them steps and whooping some ass or getting to the bottom of the situation.
Now look at his eyebrows. What he said right at the
what
end.
would happen.
When he said, I don't care what would happen. got a little stress in there because he's unsure of what could have happened if he'd done that. But when he said, I would have done that, eyebrows down, straight glare, he was absolutely set on that behavior. That's something that he believes and internally probably believes he would do if something like that were to happen to him or one of his friends that are female. So this is a lot of honesty. I mean, he's not trying to be, he's not trying to distract from what he's saying. He is just kind of shoving it in your face and going, this is straight what I know, here it is. Let's fast forward. Rypta, I never noticed, but you have got such a pretty smile. I'm a mom. I notice these things. Now let's go back. Let me rewind it. Let's get to about right here.
What you pulled showed me you were one of the biggest snakes of a human being
He believes this. This to him is honesty, and he's telling you this.
I don't wish bad shit upon nobody, and I'm not even gonna wish bad shit upon you. But I would be a liar if I said it isn't giving me satisfaction to see people straight serving you in every way, shape, and form they can on your video, on Facebook, in the public. I love to see it.
Much love, Rypta. You're just kind of honest, aren't you? You just let her go.
I don't want anything like that to happen. But I think you deserve a bit of the medicine you're getting.
He believes
that.
Do. He believes that.
You wasted a lot of Ryan's time. You hurt that boy.
Eyebrows up. Eyebrows up. Did you see when he said you hurt that boy's eyebrows went up? Stress. So when he says that that's his friend, Ryan is his friend, and Ryan has been hurt, he believes him to be hurt. He believes him to be suffering. That stress shows that he believes that to be true. He feels that. When he speaks about that subject, you can see the stress show up on his forehead. So there's some stress going on with the situation. It's feeding out to everybody that's involved in it. And bless their hearts, can you not imagine why? I mean, all I've done is try to break it down and calmly go through it, and I'm freaking stressed out about it. So let's see what else we got. I'm not going to keep you too long today.
I ain't never seen anyone else get close enough to hurt. You did the impossible.
I'll
give you that. And the thing is, he ain't hurt on it now.
He said, you did the impossible and stuck those hands up. Normally, when something makes us uncomfortable, we do these light bulb things. We put our hands up when we do this because we don't really know what else to do but to say this is something that we feel it's fluffing around in here. It's an emotion that we're not quite nailed on. And so we do these little reactions, these little emotions that really just kind of say, this is an emotional, confusing thing for me, and I don't know how to really present it. I don't know how to give it to you, so I'm going to put my hands up here. So when he said, when he said that, and, you've hurt my friend, and threw his hands up there, it makes him uncomfortable. It makes him uncomfortable. I've got to say this, I've got to give you this information, but it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't really know how else to verbally or non-verbally tell you about that. These are all just body cues. It's just nonverbal communication. And, if y'all work with animals, or you've ever worked with people with autism, or you've ever worked with people with disabilities, you get really good at nonverbal. And if you work in the court system like I did for a decade, you get really good at nonverbal. It is literally 80% of the communication that you depend on. So this is just little stuff, but I wanted to do this video because I respected what Rypta said. I respected how he said it. I respected the way that he carried himself through this video. He's not super emotional, super irate. He's not, got his eyebrows up to his hairline and trying to really lay blame, cast blame. He's just trying to say, this is what I took from it. And this is the information I have, and this is how I feel.
And the reason I almost didn't make this video is because I don't even want him to see it. I don't want him to have to waste another second looking at this shit.
Bless his heart. I understand. I feel horrible for him too.
We've got work to be done. We've got shit to do. There ain't no sense.
Refocus that energy, boy.
About this petty bullshit.
Yep.
It's just a damn shame the way it all went down, and I'm glad people are seeing it.
Eyebrows down.
I'm telling you, from
he
my
means that. He's not emotionally attached. He means that. I was
saying to everyone around me that really, I thought you two were in it to win it.
See that made him uncomfortable again. He thought that they had a good relationship. Made him uncomfortable to say that. He was wrong. It made him uncomfortable.
That ain't none of my business.
Now look what he's doing. He's talking about something super uncomfortable. Did you see that big hand moving up when he said, I thought y'all were in it to win it? You could tell he became uncomfortable. The whole body language kind of shifted. He's uncomfortable to admit that he was wrong. He got played too. He didn't pick up on it either, bless his heart. So he's uncomfortable to admit that. He's uncomfortable to talk about it because he saw something along the line somewhere in the relationship that made him also believe that it was concrete. And so for him to have to admit it's not concrete makes him uncomfortable, and he has to relive all that in his head. He's uncomfortable. Next thing he did, he goes for his, is that a sun drop? We don't have sun drop in my neck of the woods, so not normally. He goes for a sun drop, and he starts handling that sun drop bottle and fixing to take a drink. Why? Well, he's upset. What do we do when we upset? We self-soothe. So for him, that's a familiar thing to do to calm him down. And you can tell he's really emotional because now we're pointing. He's getting the most aggressive he's been in the whole video. We're pointing at that camera. And so he's driving home something that really, really bothered him that he believes in.
That's what you were showing my friend, and that's what I told every single person that asked me. Was, man, I don't know nothing about.
So he's confused and hurt about any deception he may have created.
My
That's
business. Ryan ain't looking at that.
You're a good
I had
man.
conversations with him on it, like, man, no, they ain't. It's clean slate. They wanted
You're a
to
good
do
man.
it. They wanted to make something of themselves and be a.
Now, he's still handling that bottle. He's obviously very, very emotional right now, and he's soothing himself. Bless your heart. Lord love you. I understand. I understand. This had to be a horrible thing to go through. Let's fast forward more to the end now.
Cars with you all, at restaurants with you all. I have a whole phone right here dedicated to nothing but Ryan. This is my Ryan phone.
That his face says that's the truth.
It's seen the whole entire thing. I have pictures of you
no
all
stress, eyebrows
from
down.
The first day. All the pictures. And
points. That was a point. Information I have.
But happiness. People seen them pictures posted too. Some of these are behind the scenes. You didn't see all that.
So he's talking about it when he did this, when his fingers touched and he did this. That is information I know I have. I can firmly grasp upon it and I can offer it to you. So in his mind, that is solid information that he can prove and that he's giving to you. Now, everything I say is just body language and what the body language normally indicates. It doesn't actually mean it's all valid. But you start paying attention to these things, maybe you can pick up on somebody that is being a little bit more deceptive and honest with you, and maybe steer clear of some of these people that cause these issues. Poor Rypta. I'm sorry you're hurting.
I got videos, got all that. I'm not airing that shit because I more or less took an oath that I would never do dumb shit like that.
Good man.
I don't do dumb shit like that.
I don't think you do. I didn't know your name till today.
I don't have to do that shit because you've made it known. Which shows me more than anything.
Sad.
Really, I should have seen it. The first red flag I ever seen or heard you say.
Red flag, he has information.
With Ryan, you were talking about your former partner and talking about how you didn't say goodbye. How you didn't end it in a correct way.
Oh.
It's like you couldn't or something.
I remember in one of my videos, I can't remember if it's the first or second one, I said, I believe from her behavior that I'm witnessing this is something that she's done before, will do again. Somebody needs to send MommaLiz thank you card. So maybe we do have a pattern of behavior. You know, once, twice, you get on that third time of consistently doing something repetitive and stupid and harmful to somebody, you've got a pattern of behavior. You need to break it. You need to break it. You need to pay attention to that.
But Ryan stated, honey, you know you're going to have to handle that, right? And you said,
Truth.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Truth.
That right there kind of
We're all responsible. We gotta handle our crap.
But it seems like you have difficulty.
He was uncomfortable saying that because it must be something, it must have been an environment that he was uncomfortable in.
Instead of, doing it the right way, like you said you would in the beginning of the video, you just seem to not know how to do that. Then you tangle yourself up in even deeper messes. By lying and painting pictures that aren't there. All that
just random thought. I like the way he talks. He's got a certain way his mouth shape moves that is, for me, it's very soothing. You could totally read for audiobooks.
But there is my perspective, guys. I'm not going to waste any more of your time.
Thank you.
For those who are coming down to Tennessee, we will see you tomorrow.
Good.
And everybody else, I don't want to hear another word of this, all right?
Yep.
I mean that.
Yep.
You see me in public, you see any of us in public,
don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. Come take a picture, come do whatever you would do.
It's hard enough. Look, that made him uncomfortable. Don't bring it up.
Not to Ryan, not to me, not to any of this.
Oh, look, did you see what was in his hand? Did you see what was in his hand? It was a lighter. And then he got really uncomfortable and said, don't bring this crap up. It's an emotional, uncomfortable situation for him and probably everybody there, but definitely nobody was for him because his hands went up. Don't bring it up. I'm uncomfortable. This is my bubble. I don't want it in my bubble. But then we see what he's got in his hand. He's got a lighter. What did I say? When you're uncomfortable, you self-soothe. He's self-soothing. So that's probably, you know, something that he's used to having in his hand a lot. That is a comforting, normal, natural thing. And it's just something kind of to physically, a sensation that takes your mind away from some of the pain you're going through when you're trying to do something that's super emotional and difficult like this. Mad respect, bro. I think that's pretty much it. You know, that's just some stuff that I wanted to pick up on. I think a lot of people have watched this already, and I had a lot of people message me about it. And I thought, you know, you wanted to see body language. Here's body language. This is great body language just in casual conversation when you're addressing something that you believe. These are things just you pick up on in casual conversation. Now, my takeoff for this is that Rypta is very much saying that I believe the information I'm telling you. Some of it makes me uncomfortable. I want you to understand that the information I'm giving you, I fully believe in. But he thinks he needs to share. That's forceful. I need to share it. And, you know, there was very little stress. You know, just a few hints of emotional content. I can understand why you got emotional. I'm super impressed that he was not more emotional than he was. My eyebrows go up all the time when I try to make points. I've learned to almost comfort people with my facial expressions and body language because they look for me for that, I don't know, contact. He did excellent. It was very little stress, very little emotion, very little to tell me I'm making this up or I'm trying to cover something up or I'm trying to swing shift the emotions to help somebody, you know, out of deception. Very little deception did I pick up on there. He was honest in the things that he believed, honest in sharing the things that he believed, and cool, calm, and collected as he shared them. I think if I had to give like a rundown of what I thought about this young man, I think he seems to be a very devoted friend, a very honest friend, and somebody that is very concrete in his beliefs and, you know, has the willpower to stand up and say, I ain't gonna take no crap, I ain't gonna give it either, but, you know, I'm gonna be honest with myself and the people around me. Hey, much respect, Rypta. So this is the body language thing. This is literally it for me on this up church stuff. Because the boy's got a concert here in a few hours and he's got to heal and he's got to get over this. I know everybody wanted to see body language in context to this stuff that was going on. I was not about to play the female's video to give that any more airtime because there's so much, I have so many issues with the body language and the behavior in that video. I certainly wasn't going to air Ryan's video again. It would hurt me too much to watch it again. Rypta Buddy, thank you for this video. I think it's what a lot of people needed here. And we needed your cool, calm, honest opinion. And we needed that, you know, just very forthright. And here it is. And y'all, let's let him heal. I don't know where I'll go from here. I don't know if I'm going to continue to make content or if I'm going to just let it die. I've been thinking about that a lot in the last 24 hours. We'll see how many subs I get and what kind of ideas I have over the next few days. But guys, he's back to work. Let the boy go back to work. Let him heal. MommaLiz out.